Let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. Look at the Heat. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, the Knicks just way behind.
And, you know, for the Heat, got to be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people were talking about them coming into the start of the year.
No doubt about it. They're one of the top teams everyone's talking about, top to bottom. Everyone in the organization, that means front office, coaches, players, just done an outstanding job this season.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Robinson. Myers Leonard is out there with Adebayo. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point. And for the Knicks, they've got Barrett. Marcus Morris is out there with Randall. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Payton in at point guard. Here's Nunn. We're just halfway through the season. Brent, talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry, have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game they're there. Right? Every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. The 10-footer finds the target.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Morris. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. Here's Adebayo. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And he's flourishing as a scorer. But, Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Here's Nunn. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And is out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Nunn. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. With this break, a look at our 2K leaderboard and the top passing centers and power forwards over the course of the past 10 games. Fourth, Bam Adebayo.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Well, an offense that's unpredictable can be tough to guard. The ball doesn't go into the low post and never come out. It keeps moving thanks to their passing ability and playing unselfish basketball.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 1. Outside Gibson. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
Good decision making by Taj Gibson. Knows he has the green light to shoot that quick jumper.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's a whistle. He did not want to hear his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Elfrid Payton. On defense, New York. Ball's knocked loose. Adebayo passes to Robinson. And the 3 off target. The Knicks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Passes it to Ntilikina. Now Barrett. He's coming off a 16-point game against New Orleans. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Adebayo.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
That free throw good from Randall.
Randall really improved in his shooting range from 10 to 16 feet last year, and that just makes him so much more a complete offensive threat in any system he plays in.
And Miami making a change here. Johnson's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
Here's Randall following the score by Miami. Johnson with the block.
Well, if you can use that athleticism on offense, why not try it on defense? James Johnson putting his 7'1" wingspan to great use.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
And it's Butler missing.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Robinson against Morris.
How about the edge Butler plays with? Has a fire in his eyes on defense and just always tries to shut his man down. And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Johnson with the block. Here's none. And there's the pass to Butler. Here's none. It's stolen by Barrett. All alone. And Barrett slams it in.
Great activity there from Barrett. When he ups his intensity on defense, he's a difference maker.
Outside Butler. Got a piece of it. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
And the Knicks making a change here. Robinson's checked in. The Heat also with the sub. Dragic is checked in. That free throw good from Butler.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Here's Ntilikina. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Butler feeling out a bit. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Winslow's checked in for Robinson. Knicks on defense. 4-point game. Dragic kicks to Adebayo. The kick outside to Butler. 6 to shoot. Adebayo against Robinson. And Adebayo throws it down.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Now, here is Robinson. This game he had 12. Outside Dragic. Inside. The 11-footer. It's rebounded by New York.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And taken away by Johnson. Now, here's Butler. He's covered closely. Randall with some nice D.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Aggressive and physical. Barrett creating the contact there to draw the foul.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Randall. Reggie Bullock comes in for Morris. And Smith subbed in for Ntilikina. And then for Miami, Kelly Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Hero subbed in for Jimmy Butler. And that one falls for Barrett. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we
And
doing,
popcorn, right
and the
next to it.
popcorn.
Hot
What
dog
else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
It's right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All a
with
part of the whole conversation.
it? I think we covered it.
Here's Hero. After R.J. Barrett's bucket. Hero passes to Winslow. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
It's a nice job by Winslow to force some of the issue with his size and draw contact on that shot.
The Heat have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And he's good on the first of 3.
So much intrigue around Justice Winslow, who's still trying to find the right position in the NBA. Last year, a lot of it was at the point guard position as a wing.
Kevin Knox is checked in for Barrett. And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. Knicks trail by 4. Smith outside. Miami grabs the miss. Last time they met was in Miami.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Great open look there. And the Heat lead by 7.
Really, that's all Goran Dragic. Terrific decision by him there to let that one fly.
Here's Smith. Sinks that one from the post.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Hero. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dishes to Johnson. It's rebounded by Portis.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Dragic against Smith.
So, Kevin, can Dennis Smith Jr. not rely on just trying to be explosive all the time? Can he play with some poise and patience and get the in-between game going to help this offense do what it needs to do to function efficiently? That is the task at hand for Dennis Smith Jr. as he plays for the New York Knicks this season.
And Brent, you and I were just talking about this. With Smith, he's learning to pass out of or turn to a floater more often on his drives.
Yeah, that's because he used to be able to, because of his athleticism and playing against lesser talent, burst by guys and have no obstruction. Well, in the NBA, it doesn't quite work that way. You've got to find ways to, once you get into the gaps, have decisions at the ready, whether that's to score or make plays for your teammates. That's where Dennis Smith Jr. has to improve.
Here's Hero. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now here's Winslow. They lead by 4. Jones, no luck. Smith the pass to Knox. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Justice Winslow.
Well, that kind of activity from Kevin Knox is going to pose some problems for the defense.
For New York, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Kevin Knox got a ton of experience in his rookie year playing for the New York Knicks. The 9th overall pick in 2018 out of Kentucky. Played nearly 30 minutes a game. That's a lot of minutes to try to understand your game at the pro level and then what you need to work on.
And so he hits both. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. Now here's Johnson. Here's the floater. Good work defensively by Smith.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Bullock dishes to Smith. To the paint. And the dunk by Smith.
Dennis Smith Jr. getting up on the rim is a highlight everybody here loves to see.
Here's Hero. 9-point game his last outing. He feeds it to Jones. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster and a memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for New York. And that one falls for Jones. Knicks trail by 5. Ellington the pass to Portis. It's stolen by Johnson. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Hero. Smith with the defensive effort. New York's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Knicks have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
A 9th pick in the 2017 NBA draft, Smith Jr. made the NBA's all-rookie team after a very solid first year in Dallas, averaging 15 points and 5 assists, and he sure is not looking to stop there.
So we can't get either to fall. Miami leading by 5. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Hero. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For New York, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Bullock passes to Ellington. Portis kicks to Ellington. Now here is Smith. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 3, and Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For New York, they have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she breaks herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Miami, Myers Leonard is out there with Jones. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Hero in at the 2-guard spot. And now let's highlight the deadliest deep threats to come into the NBA this season on our rookie leaderboard. You take a look at Hero, a dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
And I think there's a little rivalry among that group of rookie bombers. I know he'd love to see his name all the way at the top of the list.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Here's Nunn. Pass to Jones. Here's Hero. Ellington defending. 5 on the clock from the baseline. Shots good by Hero. And the Heat lead by 5.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra. He coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm, is very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and that's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style.
Here's Hero, following the basket by Elfrid Payton. Shoots from the block, drained for 2 points. Leonard's got his first points in this one.
How about Leonard not letting the D get to him? Amazing that he maintains his balance, especially at his size on that shot.
And with that, the Heat lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Payton. And New York hoped that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way, David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Jimmy Butler comes in for Hero. Here's Nunn, covered by Payton. Nunn passes to Butler. From the arc. Miami no good on that time either. Knicks trail by 3. Payton outside. Knocked loose. Portis against Leonard. Shot clock at 5. On deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
A moment here to see some numbers for Payton. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's right around 9 points a night, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Leonard finds Butler. Back to Leonard. Kicks it out to Jones. Butler from outside. The shot off that time. So New York will take it the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Julius Randle comes in for Bobby Portis, and Morris subbed in for Knox. Robinson's checked in for Miami. It's good on the putback. Adebayo's got 8.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Gibson. He's coming off a 19-point game against New Orleans.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Randall down low. He's covered by Leonard. Robinson against Morris. Over Robinson. New York, no good that time either.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Pass to Dragic. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Jimmy Butler. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 10th in steals, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. They get it again. Adebayo kicks to Butler. Lock at 6. Over Barrett.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Pass to Ntilikina. Morris trying to free himself up, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, it's been an up-and-down start to his career, but we do know that Frank Ntilikina can play defense.
Interesting to see how it is he progresses in terms of his offensive game. Feels like the league is tending to lean more, Kevin. If you had a decision between a defensive player and an offensive player, it's going the offensive player's way. So Ntilikina is going to have to step up, show that he's improved his shooting range, and then get consistent minutes on the floor.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
All the talk about Ntilikina coming into the league is that he was an unpolished offensive player, but defensively could get after it and guard the 1, 2, and possibly 3 position. But now it's about him stepping up offensive production.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. Good on both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Outside Robinson. Offensive rebound Heat. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Adebayo with the ball. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. The Heat shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And that one falls for Robinson. Adebayo against Robinson, and Robinson wide open. He shoots. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Robinson's got 5.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Knicks with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And it's Butler with the jam.
And everyone knows Butler is a lockdown defender, but also terrific at coming up with steals.
Outside Robinson. And the pass to Randall. And he banks in the layup. He has 7.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Dragic dishes to Leonard. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. The Knicks making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Heat also with a sub. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Leonard. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ntilikina passes to Smith. Down low, here's Barrett, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The energy Barrett plays with puts defenders on their heels. He's really good at forcing the opposition's hand.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And he makes the first.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
Johnson, he's checked in for Robinson. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. For the Heat, their last game, a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn. Dragic looking it over. There's the dish to Butler. Elbow shot is on the way. That one wide left. Knicks trail by 8. Barrett with the ball. Out guarded by Winslow. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. On the wing, Morris. He's guarded by Johnson. Robinson misses.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now, here's Butler. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
Well, the thing he did most was fluster the defense. I really liked how he showed no fear and constantly attacked the lane and drew contact, which in turn got him the free throws.
And so it's New York with it. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. And Smith with the stop.
Now you can see why Dennis Smith Jr. was in the dunk contest. There's a highlight.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
No question. I know I did not see that coming, especially when they had a chance to win it late in the 4th quarter. I thought for sure they'd get it done.
And so it's New York with it after Jimmy Butler made that last 3-pointer. Robinson kicks to Smith. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Smith's got 11 points.
And how about Smith Jr. coming back and returning the favor just like that?
Butler goes in. Some solid defense from Robinson. Knicks trail by 6. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
This guy is a fantastic athlete. Barrett looking like a man on a mission with that slam.
Dragic the pass to Butler. Feeds to Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. Fires from 18. Shots good by Butler. Butler's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And this is Butler's bread and butter. The mid-range J is on point. Got to D him up better than that.
Robinson finds Smith. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Winslow. Barrett, no good. The Heat leading by 6. The feed to Butler. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 16.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Tipped away. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. And it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, and Butler is a menace to the defense partner. I don't think that was a Petty or a Manny. That was a facial.
Now here is Smith. He's got 11. Morris outside. Pass to Ntilikina. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. And Barrett gets it to go.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now here's Butler. He's got 18. Pass to Adebayo. Johnson kicks to Dragic. Releases. Morris with the rebound.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Ntilikina passes to Smith. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's the Miami Heat in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead for the Heat. And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times, it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Well, look, they turned the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
They've got Taj Gibson. Julius Randle is out there with Morris. Then there's Payton. And it's Barrett at shooting guard. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. Here's Payton. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Good on the three-point shot. Payton's got 10 points.
And if Payton wants to stay in this league for a long time, that shot has to be more and more consistent. That's a good sign.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Barrett. Count it, and the foul. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And that one misses. Miami leading by 5. Robinson passes to Nunn. Back to Robinson. Butler against Morris. Just 5 on the clock. And they double up Butler. The Heat need to get a shot off. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And here is Payton. 10 points for him. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
On defense, Miami. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put them over the limit.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
He misses the free throw.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
Good on the second free throw. 90 seconds now into the second half. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Nunn. Passes to Butler. The 3.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season. The Knicks 4th.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
Now here's Payton. He's got 11. Outside Gibson. Ball's knocked loose. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Randall. Averaging about 18 points per, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Back to Morris. And it's Miami with the rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. That's a 2 from Butler. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Payton.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Nunn. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And at 6'7", Barrett with terrific positional size, which allows him to create problems for defenders down low.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. So for the Knicks, Bobby Portis is checked in for Gibson, and it's Reggie Bullock in for Morris. The Heat also changing it up. Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo. Jones comes in for Robinson, and Hero subbed in for Jimmy Butler. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
He's shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Here's Nunn, covered by Payton. Nunn passes to Olynyk. Drains it from beyond the arc. Olynyk's got 5 now.
Yeah, listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
Now here's Bullock. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Knocks it loose. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Kevin Knox is checked in for the Knicks. Ellington comes in for Barrett. Miami leading by 3. Here's Nunn. He dishes it to Leonard. The pass to Hero. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Here's Payton. Pass to Ellington. Now Payton. 14 points for him. Five to shoot. Pass to Portis. He kicks it to Ellington. Rebound by the Heat. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Nunn. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Heat lead by 7.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Pass to Bullock. Shot to stop the run. Nunn grabs the board. Heat have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Hero. Covered by Payton. Jones for 3. And the Heat another 3.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half? They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Here's Payton. 14 points for him. Kicks it to Ellington. Now here's Bullock. Defended by Jones. The shot by Payton, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
The Heat have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
One shot.
Knicks trail by 13. The pass to Portis. To end the drought. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Here's Knox. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. The first free throw is good. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for New York. And so he makes both from the line. The Heat leading by 9. Hero passes to Olynyk. Now here's Winslow. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Pass to Ellington. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. You take a look at Hero, one of the game's best, second in the league. And, of course, R.J. Barrett. He's in that same group.
And they've each come into their own, I think, as rebounders during this stretch. I think they're getting used to the more physical nature of the NBA.
That one is off.
And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. No good on the second free throw.
And the charity stripe once again proving to be the Achilles heel for him. His free throws have been way off the mark.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
That's a pretty gritty play there by Dennis Smith Jr.
Miami leading by 7. Here's Hero. He's got 7. Up and in on the layup. Hero's got 7 now in this quarter.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Jones. Jumps up, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Free throw good. Bullock. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Dennis Smith. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Winslow. Shoots a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Winslow's got the lead up to 13 now for Miami.
Well, the D doing everything possible on that play to get a stop. Winslow just too good.
Ntilikina looking it over. Passes it to Portis. 6 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Bullock. And the Knicks miss again. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's Hero. He's guarded by Bullock. Back to Dragic. Knocked away. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound. Jones for 3. He can't hit that time. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York. Trailing by 13. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Ntilikina. He's around 6 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And here is Payton after the three-pointer from Goran Dragic. Payton drives in. He can't get that one. The Heat go the other way with it. Outside Dragic. Now the pass to Winslow. Adebayo kicks to Winslow. 1:43 left to play in the third. Adebayo with the bucket.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Payton. He's got 14. Bullock with it. Back to Portis. Here's Knox. And they get it. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
The Heat leading by 18. Pass to Hero. Dragic dishes to Robinson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Randall comes in for Portis. Marcus Morris is checked in for Kevin Knox. And Barrett subbed in for Reggie Bullock. And that one falls for Robinson. Knicks trail by 21. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Payton finds Morris. Now, here's Barrett. Here's Payton. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. And the free throw, no good. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle, here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And here is Payton. 16 points for him. Out to the right wing. Randall passes to Gibson. And yes, it's good.
Good job by Taj using his muscle on that shot, even when you rough him up.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. That's good from Gibson.
Taj Gibson is tough, proven veteran who plays well on both ends of the court.
A deep three from Butler. And the miss. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Miami ahead, ending the third quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. At the 2 and the 3, it's Butler and Winslow. Adebayo is out there with Robinson. And it's Dragic in at the 1. Now, here's Barrett. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. Here's Dragic. Outside Butler. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for New York. 17-point game.
Randall with a great effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
Payton against Dragic. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Adebayo finds Winslow.
Now Gibson is going to get gritty on defense. Does a solid job right there of staying in front of his man. Nothing easy.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. And stolen by Payton. By himself, and the dunk by Payton.
And Payton getting a better understanding. If you play the point guard offensively, defensively, you should start to find ways to impact the game. He's doing that.
Now here's Butler. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. They get it back. Adebayo kicks to Butler. Over Barrett. Here's Adebayo. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Gibson the bounce pass. Here's Barrett. Back to Gibson. Just 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Taj Gibson is not going to back down from anybody. He really does enjoy when the game gets physical.
That's good from Gibson. The Heat making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. And both free throws good from Gibson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Nunn. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. Adebayo against Gibson. Adebayo passes to Nunn.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Payton right side. Poked away. Here's Nunn. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Elfrid Payton.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Morris outside. To the inside. Leonard with the steal. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Adebayo throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Gibson. Passes it to Barrett. Over Butler. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Heat leading by 17. To the paint, here's Robinson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep, and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
One shot.
And that one falls for Robinson. And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if the player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further, to keep him around the culture.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
One shot.
Free throw good. Adebayo. Knicks trail by 21. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Randall no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Outside Butler. There's the pass to Nunn. 4 on the shot clock. Over Payton. Offensive rebound. Adebayo. Count that bucket. Adebayo's got 25 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint. And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
Now here's Payton. Dishes to Gibson. Pass to Randall. Morris outside. Knocked loose. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. To the middle. Here's Leonard. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got his 8th assist in the game. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
So it's the Knicks now, following the score by Miami. There's Trier with the 3, nailed from three-point land.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Nunn. Waiters on the wing. Grabs the rebound again.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
A shot by Trier, no good. He'd have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Here's Smith. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
That wasn't easy. Dennis Smith Jr. with a high degree of difficulty on that one.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. Back to Waiters. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Adebayo finds Waiters. And the whistle's going to blow. It will be on Alonzo Trier. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Well, Dion Waiters, the epitome of a player that can shoot you in or out of a game. Very hit or miss night to night.
Yeah, the thing about Dion is he's got a very short memory, Kevin, so he'll continue to fire it up there and try to make an impact in the game offensively. You're either on Waiters Island where it's full of life on nights where he's hitting it, or it's completely deserted, and there's no point in going.
Not many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there?
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Free throw good for Morris.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Here's Nunn. He kicks it to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Miami no good on that time either.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Now we'll go to the line for 2. The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Morris inside. Leonard's there. Trying to get open is Gibson. Off target at the rim.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together. This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
Here's Bullock following the score by Miami. New York moving it around. Morris passes to Barrett, knocked away. Here's Nunn. He feeds it to Butler. The dish now to Leonard. Kicks it to Robinson. Outside Butler. Pass to Adebayo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
The Heat making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Bullock. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Jones. Now here's Waiters. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and then Jones with the jam.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Here's Trier. Back to Portis. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Waiters. Six on the shot clock. Here's Bullock. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Now here's Waiters. Passes it to Hero. Kicks it to Waiters. The three-pointer, no good.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Here is Ellington. And the pass to Bullock. Back to Ellington. Pass to Trier. Over Waiters. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Here's Hero. Outside, Jones. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hero. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
There's Trier with the three. Hits it from three-point range.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jimmy, you have not been shy about setting the bar high for this team defensively. Now, how do you think you did at that end tonight?
We did our thing tonight. We came out, put bodies on guys. Basketball is a game of runs, and they got some great scores, but in the end, we did what we were supposed to do.
You got the last run, and that's what matters. Thanks, Jimmy. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.